First of all, how are you?
Medyo sabog pa ako.
Pretty good. Lots of work.
I'm a lecturer in the Finance and Accounting Department of the John Gokongwei School of Management.
I am an associate professor of the psychology department. I'm also the executive director of the Ateneo Center.
I would sometimes record asynchronous materials on my own. I think it was even more exhausting than a synchronous session because essentially you're on your own. You're talking to yourself. You're talking to a camera.
Once a week, if I am assigned a grad class, I would have an evening class of 6 to 9. And in between that, as a teacher, I have to work on my next class, read papers, check quizzes, put in their grades. So yeah, all the teacher stuff.
For me, I really struggled a lot at the start of the semester. I had panic attacks. Why am I the one teaching these students? I'm not better than Coursera. I'm not better than edX.
Like everyone, my first stage was shock. Like, what's all of this? It's like you're entering a new culture. You know, you don't know what to do, how to interact with your environment, and then your whole family also trying to make sense of things in terms of possibilities and things what we can and can't do.
It was just too much, so I had to quit, and I had to abruptly end my quarter.
That level of uncertainty and vulnerability. You know, if I go into the grocery, am I gonna die? You know, you're ready. We went as far as that. So that first stage was like that: shock, vulnerability, helplessness, confusion.
But at that point, I really sought professional help na. I knew I was struggling, and it's been helping me a lot. Monthly sessions with a psychiatrist. I'm taking medication. I'm more healthy now and I'm more confident now that I'd be able to complete this quarter.
At least for a while, I could focus on something narrower, something more focused, which is family and survival. Lowest of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Safety and food. There were no other expectations of all of us.
Empathy is always necessary, regardless of what situation you're in. It's especially more important now because the pandemic and the recession really emphasize the inequality that we have.
It's important, COVID or no COVID. Empathy is about a person feeling validated, a person feeling a sense of worth because another person acknowledged their thoughts, feelings, belief. I get you. I understand what you're thinking or going through.
That everyone has some form of struggle. That you shouldn't be harsh to anyone because of that.
I think they are very cognizant that we are not working on, 100% backed. Kumbaga sa cellphone, they are cognizant of that. And the administration, for example, chooses its battles about how much work and expectations they have of us.
I always think of myself as a sponge. I want to get as much information as possible, and then I can just impart my knowledge to my students.
Well, of course, I love teaching and I love doing therapy, and I like that I'm heading a group of excellent consultants who really put their heart and soul into serving others. So I am blessed to be able to do the things I like to do and to be surrounded by excellent people.
Usually, the most exciting part of teaching is when you see that aha face from students when they realize, that's how it works. Or unfortunately, I don't see that anymore. When students ask smart questions in the chat box, that gives me the same feeling. Yun na lang yung meron ako, but that's good enough.
I think I'm in a better place. I think I have found my groove. A challenge comes my way or a responsibility comes my way. I acknowledge that it hits me more than before because I think, like everyone, my energy reserve is less than it was before. Therefore, I'm more affected. Therefore, then gets a little harder to cope to manage?
I'm still struggling sometimes. I realize naman that recovery won't be linear. Still up and down. I am so much better now than I was months ago before I sought professional help.